here. We have people around.
Off to you, Lily. Let's get going.
Let's do it. So where we see how many people, so we can maybe have 1 2 minutes maybe, so we can have time to let people join to our
Sure,
call webinar
absolutely.
today. So maybe we can give time
To all
in
of
the
our viewers who are
meantime.
already jumping in, I'm Gautam from
Yes.
Seahawk, and I believe that you may know Eric and Liliana already in the previous webinars.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, depending of where you are. We are joining where you're joining from. We are giving few minutes to let people join to our call today, and we're gonna start in 2 minutes. Okay, maybe we can. Some people will have already the morning coffee, afternoon coffee, so we are good to start. Let's just. Mhm. Ready?
Absolutely.
Okay, hi. Perfect. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're joining from. I'm Lilliana Quesada. I'm from CloudLinux. I work as a growth marketing manager, and we help hosting providers, agencies, small business to grow the business. With me today, we have Gautam from Seahawk Media and Eric Ellis, a sales specialist at CloudLinux as well. And we are talking about today proven strategies to grow ARPU, retain customers, and win with WordPress. We want to talk about scaling hosting revenue in a highly competitive world for you. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. It will be a 45-minute session and it will be really interesting for you. We have put this session together because in the next slide, we know what kind of challenges the hosting providers or business like yours could be facing too. So we know that the hosting market is really competitive. The customers is even more strict every day. Big players are around everywhere and margins are getting squeezed. So today we will learn three main insights. So why 68% of customers or hosting customers now expect WordPress management and not just servers. How to launch white label WordPress services in 7 days with zero capex, and we will have good offers and good services and solutions for you. And which infrastructure gaps cause 80% of hosting churn and how to fix it. So it's gonna be a really interesting session. So in the next slide, we can start with this. So while you're here, let's be honest, maybe if you're not facing this, this could be familiar with you. And what we wanted to have today is some insights that will help you to improve your performance and your margins. So let's be honest, in the industry right now, what is happening is that maybe you could be seeing like the margins, hosting margins are decreasing year over year, and the customers expectations are even higher than maybe the support system of your company can handle this kind of demand. They want every day they want more and more, and they expect that you handle everything. We have challenges about customer churn. This churn could costing you 5% or 7% of revenue annually, and for us this is a really conservative estimates, 5 to 7, no, maybe in the exactly. And I think that the main challenge in here is that there will be always someone willing to go cheaper. So we have a price war in here in the hosting industry and WordPress industry. So the real question for today is, how do you grow revenue and retention without hiring expensive developers, in this case WordPress developer because it's specifically develop WordPress, taking on operational risk and competing on price alone. So what we wanted to give you today is the answer that WordPress services could be an strategic profit center if you handle this correctly and you have the correct services. It shouldn't be a cost center. And what we want to impact to you is this for you. So in the next slide, so is let's take a look at how the market actually is. Not as we wish it will be, but the good news is that hosting demand is continue to grow. So we still seeing, of course, businesses and individuals seeking good offers and solutions for hosting. We have the WordPress powers 43% at least of all websites globally. And all the things that we have seen is that we have the demand for managed services, such as dedicated services or BPS hosting, they're increasing as well. But it's important always to say the challenges that we have. We are 300,000 of hosting companies around the world. So imagine that we have a lot of competition in there, and we have big players on the market with really big market share and huge budget. So maybe if you're a small business and you're just a starter, for you it could be difficult to compete against. And we have one of the major churn factors is that customers right now are forgetting a little bit about the traditional hosting, and they're moving to SaaS platforms. And what I wanted to give you in here, I have my notes in here because it's really interesting. At CloudLinux, we run a hosting trends report end of last year, and we had the results, and we will provide to you provide this report, and we will share this report with you because it's really interesting. We ask providers, and out of 450 providers, about this question: what do you see as the single biggest threat to your business profits this year? And 29% of out of 450 answered that price competition is the biggest threat for them. 28 said that rising cost, meaning energy, software licenses, and hardware. And 70 said competition from SaaS platforms like Wix and Shopify. So if you see in here, we have the big threats in here. And what I wanted to give you in here in these stats tell us really clear something. You can be adding customers to your pipeline, but you can still watching your margins suffering. So growth doesn't mean that you will get profits. If you do an expansion, doesn't mean that you will get profits. You need to add value, and you need to do a really good strategy in there. So this is a reality. So what do you do about it? So in the next slide, what is important is to talk about the trends. We already talked about threats. Now some trends in here. In this report, we came out with a really good insight that managed WordPress hosting could be one of the main trends that we will have 2026, meaning that our providers and the end customers see this managed WordPress hosting like high performance differentiator. And 68% expect WordPress expertise from their host provider. So that's a really good insight that you can take away for your business. The second trend that for me is not just a trend, is not a commodity, shouldn't be optional, should be something that you need to into consideration in your business, is security and compliance. GDPR, data privacy, industry regulations, everything related with that, and not just that, hacks, like hacks protection, all these things should be part right now as part of your solutions, not as add-on, not an optional. So that's a good trend in here. And as I said, it's not trends, it's a reality. And the third trend that we notice is, and it came out, is the AI tools. Of course, right now, incorporate AI tools in your solutions, in your plans, is a really top or added value in here. So as we know, AI is growing a lot. So some of them or a lot of them are using AI in this hosting industry to first solve immediate pain points in customer support and create automated security and predictive performance monitoring. So in the next slide, we wanted to know, we just want, and I want to have these insights. As I said, this is part of the hosting trends report that we run at CloudLinux last year, end of last year. And out of 450 providers said that we asked the customers, what matters most to you when choosing a hosting provider? So our end customer said that 50%, 55% wants fast loading websites. So they're looking for speed and performance, not just uptime, but actual performance. And they want core web vitals, page speed, all of it. 29% wants strong security by default. As I said, security isn't optional, it's expected. So one breach can destroy customer trust permanently, forever. So you need to know that the security, and sorry if I highlight this a lot, but it's important for us. And of course, what they want is everything. 45% expect quality support, customer support. They want resolutions right away. They want immediate issue resolutions, not ticket responses in 24 tickets. They want fixes now, and they want you to solve everything or at least provide guidance. So if you see here, uptime alone is not longer enough. You know, like modern hosting requires a complete ecosystem. It's not just a matter now performance. It should be performance, speed, security, and expertise. And one of the main high insight that I want you to take in here is that nowadays the end customer expects guidance and expect a partner and not just a provider. They expect strategic advice. So because the strategic advice matters in for the end customer. So this is really important. So your customer have moved beyond basic hosting or share hosting. Have you? So, all right, now in the next slide, we talk about the threats, we talk about opportunities, and now we talk about this is important. This is an important slide or topic for every provider of every business to understand why customers actually switch host, why they're churning, why they say, I don't want to be with you anymore, I want to move. So 56% in this report, and it's not just in this report, is a reality that we have seen across the years, is the pricing concerns, pricing reasons. Customers find better value elsewhere or feel they are paying more if they don't understand what they are paying for. So that's really important. We can have managed services, we can dedicated servers, or we can have VPS that could be really high prices or managed WordPress, but we know the value of those services. But if our end customers don't understand why they are paying, it's easy to go if we can find a cheaper solutions, or they can find a cheaper solutions. 29% said that performance issues. As I said, they are looking for speed, they're looking for performance. If I don't have it, bye. I say goodbye to you, and they could impact really high to your business. Missing features. And we will explain, Gato will explain like services, solutions, or features that you need to have in your plans as added value. So if another company or another competitor give to your end customer an additional feature included in the plan, believe me, they will go to another one, even if cheaper. But again, if they know what they're paying, maybe it will be less difficult to move because they know what are the features included. Another factors that we see in this survey: security incidents and poor support. So what I love in this, I love this phrase, is prevention is far cheaper than replacement. So if you prevent everything, you can, and you can prevent the issues, and you know why your customer could churn, and you can fix your plans and give value to your plans, is cheaper than then replace and looking more acquisition, looking more new clients in your pipeline and getting as crazy in this leads generation war. So migration is scary. You can need to know, like, of course, if I'm a net customers, I don't want to migrate. It's easy to stay in here. But Once the pain crosses a threshold, customer leave anyway. So you need to be prepared on that. So the last slide that I have for you is important, and the next one, important to understand, and we can talk about the elephant in the room. So it's about, what about when hosting is just a commodity? When you just sell hosting right now, as I said, right now their customer is thinking more than share hosting. Is they think beyond that. So if you have a hosting and the hosting is your only product, the price becomes the main differentiator. Without unique value, you're forced to compete just on cost. Margins get squeezed for sure. The loyalty drops because you don't have more than value and you don't have an upselling path for that. You have to share hosting, and the only upselling path is to get more storage or more units or whatever in the same plans of share hosting, and your churn can increases. So you might have $10 to $20 output impact if you and it's a really conservative estimate. So if you don't add value, the market decides your pricings for you. So as I said in here, the path forward that we will look for you is that instead of just being a hosting provider, you should be a WordPress partner. And with that, you will control your own pricing, you will control your customer loyalty, and you build a customer loyalty because you have not just upselling but cross-selling options. You increase lifetime value and differentiate from competitors. So what I wanted to see in here is that I have just to have the last data for you. Our hosting providers as answer that they are planning to differentiate their hosting business in the next 12 months with professional service offerings. 50% said that they want professional service offerings, and 30% said that they want to sell marketing and care tools to attract higher value customer segments. So the hosting providers already in the market know the importance of this, and they are working on that. So you need to move from being a commodity to being a strategic partner. And for that, I'm going to hand it over to Gautam because he is going to show you how exactly you can build this profit engine with WordPress services. So, Gautam, all yours.
Thank you, Lily. Thank you so much for all of that. And I must tell you, everybody, I just want to add something quickly because it's in the back of my mind. And we get this a lot also, that don't consider, if you are launching, if you're a host and if you're launching services, you are not an agency. You are just offering services, you're just offering help to your customers. Keep this in mind. Okay, a client who, let's say, is a jewelry store, an attorney, it could be Joe's Cookies around the corner, it doesn't matter. Okay, they just want to focus on their business, they just want their website humming. Okay, and for that they don't want to go on Fiverr or Upwork if they're stuck, or they want to update an about us page, or their website broke for whatever reason or is running slow, etc. They just want to go to one person, one company whom they already trust. Okay, that is something which you all need to keep in mind. And I will discuss a lot more in the coming slides as well, and how we can help you activate this. Okay, so WordPress is more than hosting. It's not set and forget, is ongoing care, is a lot more. Okay, nowadays, like I just mentioned, like the small, medium businesses, or even large businesses, etc., because we get case studies of all shapes and sizes, they all want to only focus on their business. Okay, and what happens is they have a social media agency, but the social media agency may not be somebody who are equipped to handle their WordPress infrastructure. Okay, they want somebody whom they can rely on for something way more than just blog changes or something like that. Okay, that's why at Seahawk Media we are offering maintenance services, security monitoring, performance optimization, new website builds, and a lot more. I will discuss about this one by one. But care is very crucial, is very important, because every WordPress website, they need care, they need help, they want somebody to take care of their about us broken link, etc. They want somebody to add new features, it could be API integrations, you name it. And again, like I mentioned, it's very difficult, even with the vast sea of Google and so many agencies out there and Fiverr. It's very tough to find the right partner whom they can trust. And most importantly, if you are a host, no matter what the size, and a client comes to you for help and you cannot offer that for their website, They will start searching elsewhere. And we have seen in our experience over the past 7 to 8 years and more that the person whom they equip to, they say, hey, your hosting is poor, let's just get you out of here. And they want to just earn an affiliate commission. And that should not happen. And that is one of the biggest reasons that the client, your host, the hosting customer, you're the host, your customer should make sure that they are able to sort out their most immediate needs within the same company. They should not go out of the ecosystem. And that is why it's crucial to offer some services, if not all, and care. Maintenance is number one. Because what happens is if a website breaks, it gets hacked, or there's some other issue, they will come crying to you, the end user, I mean, your customers, your cookies around the corner, or a jeweler or a solicitor whose website is hosted with you, and they will come crying to you because you're the one responsible. So we offer a lot of services, and I will touch on that now. WordPress services, quick site or websites. We offer services for new website development from as low as $500. Okay, so we have three offerings. One is called a rebuild, one is called a quick site, and one is called a custom web design. They range from $500 to $2,000 plus. Very well priced considering the market trends. And we can also customize pricing related depending on your country. So if let's say you're in New Zealand, we will make sure that we give you a pricing in New Zealand dollars to understand that market. If you're in South Africa, we'll do South African rand. And if you're in Europe, we'll do in euro. If you're in India, we'll do INR. And we'll customize according to the price sensitivity of your region. And for that, all you need to do is chat with me or talk to our sales team, and we will guide you and we'll make sure that you're equipped. And I'll touch base on that and show you a few examples also. So quick sites, rebuilds, and custom web design. I love this word rebuild. You can all remember this. Rebuild, as the name suggests, it means bringing somebody's crappy old website to a brand new one. It could be an HTML to WordPress. We can also bring in Wix to WordPress. We can do Drupal to WordPress. So imagine you're a host, you are an agency who has servers, and you're doing everything for your customers. Imagine you can activate with this all of this with us for zero investment. Website, site optimization, ongoing care plans, and a lot more. So what is this solution? Cloud Linux and Seahawk solution. What is it all about? This is a fully white label solution. It's got zero investments, and you don't have to had any people in your company. See, in typical outsourcing, what happens is that who's responsible for client communication? In case of Seahawk Media Cloud Linux situation, we are the ones who are responsible for talking to customers once the order is placed. So imagine this: you're a host, you launch website development services, $1,000 website is sold, you're out. All you need to do is collect money in the bank, and we set you up with everything. We see the order in the back end. We reach out to the customers. We make sure that the project is fully from start to end is all done under your branding. Like I mentioned, it's fully white labeled, and we launch it for you, and we even get you a 5-star review. That's what is very unique to us, is because in typical outsourcing, who's going to talk to the customers, which is the biggest problem. And we have sorted this out. We've been doing this for over 7 years. And if you talk to our sales team or me, we will guide you, we will show you all of these case studies, etc., and how easily we can do all of this for you. And yes, all of this comes at 0% investment. That means that you do not need to spend any money upfront. It's a simple revenue share model, which is 60/40. So just talk to us and we will explain to you. You always make a clean cut 40% net margin. And for all of our listeners here, for 2 months, we are offering an additional 30%. And that means you make 70% margin for the first 2 months of sales. All you need to do is talk to us, activate our services, and just send out an email blast to all of your customers or social media blast, or make some calls and say, hey, we just launched services. And that's about it. 7 days to launch. And this is how we do it typically. There's a discovery and setup. There's a WHMCS integration available, and we will just set it up for you. It's like a few hours, 1 hour worth of job, etc. And even though we mentioned 3 to 5 days, because maybe you're busy or whatever. And then we do the branding, white label setup. We set up the pages for you as well on your website with your branding. If you're on WordPress, if you're a host and you have a WordPress website, all you need to do is just give us like editor access, or maybe just duplicate it and give us the staging, and we will create those pages for you. and we will launch it for you, which is very unique. And if you have a sales team, we will even coach your sales team. And all of this is available at no additional fees. We do not charge for any of this, and you just make net margins. You have nothing to lose here. All you need to do is talk to us, I'm saying this again, and activate our services, and that's about it. And we have a very, very good system to do that. You'll see a ready to sell catalog, all of the pricings configured, and in our backend portal and your website, you will just have the same prices and services. You can offer all: website, site optimization, hack site repair, care. We have 4 plans. You can do one, you can do two, you can do all four. It's your choice. On every sale, you make a net margin, and that's about it. And yeah, and how we do this is with our partner portal. This is only available to our customers who sign contracts with us, of course, and it's a revenue share contract, like I mentioned. And if you don't like it, you can always cancel. This you have nothing to lose here. So it's called the PSP. We launched this a few weeks ago, and we have a lot of hosts already connected. So first of all, thank you to all of the hosts who have already connected and placing orders through us. Thank you very much. It's got a native WHMCS integration. It's got a pre-built WordPress catalog. It's got partner onboarding. There are like 9 or 10 steps. You just have to go through them: 1, 2, 3. Everything is there. We even provide you with the terms of service and data processing agreement if you need. All you need to do is just pick up a template and just customize your name or change your company's name, etc., or just tweak it as you like. So we've thought of everything from start to end. And yeah, time zone coverage. We are available 7 days a week, and we will give you 12 hours or 24 hours, and you can talk to us about it, and we'll explain how it works in your time zone and the standards which you want. And this is how it works. We have a very extensive knowledge base as well. This is not a public portal. I will repeat again, it's only and only available to our Cloud Linux customers. All you need to do is just talk to us. Even if you want a walkthrough or a demo of this portal also, we are happy to give it to you. Just talk to me after the webinar, or send us an email, or fill up the contact form on the website, and somebody will reach out to you and we'll give you a full through demo. It's very straightforward. And like I would repeat again, you have nothing to lose. Just activate us and see how it works and start expanding your revenue. It's as simple as that. And these are just some screenshots of our partner portal. It tracks everything, from sales to orders to tickets. You just need to observe. All you need to do is focus on the marketing and the sales. And these are two incredible examples, which I will post also later. But one is called Boosted Host. They activated a few months ago, placing orders, zero hosting. They also launched. If you go to their websites, boostedhost.com, and if you go to 040hosting.com, go to the services section, and you will see exactly how those pages actually look like, all of these services. And if you want to basically offer those same services on your company, just talk to us and we will help you out. And yeah, and most importantly, then there's a new product offering which I'm very excited to talk about today. Lily and Eric, just a second. Did I miss anything, or no? Or we are good?
I think we're doing great so far.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to pick, because I'm trying to power through as much as I can. So this one, I'm very excited to talk about today. WPMaintain.com is early access. We are giving out early access to very few companies. So if you want access to this, please reach out to me or fill up the form on our website, WP Maintain. Okay, this is not like a traditional managed WP or a main WP kind of a product. This is built for hosting companies. Okay, we will help you with core plugin theme updates, 24/7 monitoring, cloud backups, uptime monitoring, optimization, and there's a lot more under the hood available. We can this Immunify integration. There are like hundreds of features. You can just go, you all need to do is just go to wpmaintain.com, and we will help you out. What this does is this is going to reduce your support costs. And how we came up with this idea was because I went online and I saw that hosting companies are always looking for L1, L2 reps, and they're always struggling to find good manpower. And how many people can a hosting company afford? 1, 2, 10, 50, 100, depending on the size, and everything is a cost, salary, and it's just only 8 hours. How can we reduce that cost? Okay, all you need to do is just go to wpmaintain.com, and there is a ROI calculator. You will see the link right at the top. Plug in the numbers, and you will be able to see exactly how much money you save. And I repeat, this is early access. A public launch is going to happen in the next 2 weeks. But feel free, test it out. Go to wpmaintain.com, plug in the numbers. Let me see if I can actually share my screen and show you guys, because that would be even more exciting. Okay.
Tempting the demo gods.
Here you go. I hope Lily, this is visible, right? So
Yes, yeah, it looks
this
sharp.
this is wpmaintain.com. You'd go to the ROI calculator, like I mentioned. It's on the top. You're a host. Think like this. You're a host, whatever the size, doesn't matter. Let's say you have 300 websites hosted, and let's say your maintain cost. We're going to give you cost of, let's say, $2 or $3, let's say, because it depends on the volume. So you have to talk to us. The more sites, obviously, it's going to be cheaper. That's how it works, right? And you do 2 maintenance rounds. You do one staging. You apply it. What's the time for applying updates? Let's say half a minute, 1 minute is regression testing. We have a rollback. How much time are you consuming internally? And let's say you're paying $25 or $28 a month. You can actually see what's the cost and what's the annual cost and how much we can save you. And all of this you will see with our support a cost savings calculator. So I'm going to do 300 here again. And we're going to do this. Let's say 50. So you will basically just plug in numbers and you will be able to figure this out. And you will have a churn recovery system. You have growth assumptions. Just enter data and you will be able to see how much money you can save and how much time you can save with WP Maintain. And that's what this is all about. Okay. And I would love for you to offer all of you to sign up for early access so we can give you this access and battle test it as much as you want. We're not going to charge you for the first 100 websites also. So all we want is great feedback and just want you to test it out. Okay. Coming back to the slide. And yeah, now we have the retention from the Eric.
Oh, good. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And also thank you for powering through that. You're a little under the weather, and really it's
fine. It's fine.
It's always like this whenever we have one of these presentations. Thank you everyone for joining today. If I had a web hosting company to build, I've been doing this for 25 years, but mostly fixing other people's companies. But I would start with the infrastructure and a sound piece of equipment, a nice cloud provider, and then CloudLinux Shared Pro to isolate your users from each other and from, well, the system as a whole. So you'd be able to always log in as an admin and be able to manage the system. CloudLinux, I followed CloudLinux since the very beginning and was very involved on the cPanel side of things. And LVE is a way to lightly keep your users from overusing their resources from each other. So you don't have one person make the whole server slow, the one person makes themselves slow. And it very quickly and organically, the database governor and then the KHFS came in to keep users from moving files into another directory and basically just completely isolated. And once you have a stable platform that you can be on, you can move forward to making that performance work better. Apache is kind of great, but its joke is in the name. It's patchy, and it's not a great web server there. So with Ellis API Pro, Accelerate WordPress, and Max Cache, which is something new, you can really take your websites to just blistering speeds. Max Cache is brand new and in beta for CloudLinux Shared Pro, admin, and solo. It's a great product, and it's just a way. We just added Nginx support, so it'll be able to just scream the websites that you've optimized and deliver them to your customers. And hardened PHP is, well, it's legacy versions of PHP that have been cherry picked, and this comes up every year right around November when PHP likes to go end of life and WordPress has a shiny new version that they want to put out. And there's this little moment where you need to be on the older version or the new version, or users have to move, and that sort of tension is just bad for business. Hardened PHP allows you to be able to keep the legacy websites online so that they can keep running, earning, being customers. You don't have to push them away. And then that can be a place that you can work and go and offer them WordPress services. So basically, you're trying to provide a safe place with no outages, because every outage gets customers ready to look around. I don't know if your cell phone's gone out recently here, and you might be looking for a new provider. Don't put your customers in that same situation either. Now, as for security, I recommend Immunify 360. I'm actually wearing my green shirt for Immunify today. Security incidents are the thing that make customers run off and look for another host. And sometimes really innocent things can cause you to get hacked. I'll tell you a story how I got hacked. My aunt, one of my customers, she went on a cruise ship. She checked her email, and the next thing you know, they used that password to log into her site, and they had everything. And of course, she's on a cruise ship away from the world, doesn't even know it's happened. and they were advertising Rolexes like nobody's business out of my web server. And of course, I'm logged in, have a shell open on the server, see it happening. And the effort of stopping one of those hacks, it's just not worth your time, and it's bad for your customers. Being able to lock down those ports and know that somebody's pushing a whole bunch of spam messages through your system is just something that Immunify 360 can help you secure those servers and fix any of those hacks that might have happened. Somebody has an older theme or a plugin. That's usually how it happens these days. Immunify 360 is going to be your way to not only find, identify, and resolve those problems without breaking the site. PHP is a very brittle language. If files disappear, even if there's nothing in them, whole site won't load. Immunify 360 will make sure that the infected site is never in a situation where it wouldn't load by quarantining a file, by putting it out of place. You could break the website. So Immunify 360 does it in a way that's not going to be able to let the website be broken. Having a fast response and taking these things seriously is vital to your customers. They don't understand what's going on. They think the secret internet police are going to be knocking on their door because their website's hacked. They're scared. I mean, you have to calm them down and help them work that this is more of a nuisance problem. This is like somebody's graffitied your website, not as much as a problem as somebody is like, going to get the FBI or something else involved. It's never that sort of game in the web hosting world, thankfully. It's usually somebody's coffee shop or their business or a veterinary clinic. But they need help. They need to know that you're on top of the case, because the web hosting world is not a place that they know that well. For the most part, they have a business of their own that they're running in, and that's their subject matter expertise. And the last item, which really kind of dovetails into this, is support. Speed of support matters. People see your results as a way of how important they are. So when you reply back to them, or at least say, hey, I'm looking into it, I'll get right back to you, that makes the customer feel good about the experience. And if you can keep that vibe going on back and forth, it helps the customer be able to want to use your services. You don't want to make it difficult for the customer. You have an easy way for the customer to be able to tell something's wrong, and you can get involved and help them. Set expectations as well. If you can't do weekend coverage, hire somebody to do, afternoon or evening support, and then collect feedback. I think that this is really vital, is a survey at the end of every single interaction. Go ahead. Yeah, we can go to the next slide. So these three items together, I consider to be the equation for success. Is a solid foundation, a sturdy server that's going to be able to keep people from getting into it and violating it, and then helping customers as quickly and successfully as you can. Being nice to them, taking good care of your customers so that they can help you succeed and you can help their businesses succeed that you're hosting. Back to you, Gautam.
Yep. So again, this is a very exclusive offer to all of our attendees. All you need to do is get in touch with us. We will set you up with everything. You make at least 40% net margins. And that is about it. All you need to do is collect money in the bank. And by the way, just to let you know that everything is tracked through the partner portal. You don't even have to look at accounting or anything. Everything is in the partner portal. All you need to do is just talk to us. We'll set you up, and on the same screen share call, within 1 hour, our team is equipped to onboard you. It's as simple as that. So it's free onboarding, sales training. We offered a lot of services: website SEO, quick site, website care, etc. In fact, I have a question related to this, which is a good one. So I'm going to show it right away. So Christopher is asking, would the provider be able to lower your recommended prices as long as they cover your percentage? So good question. And I should tell you that, like I mentioned, depending on the price sensitivity of regions, etc., we are happy to accommodate changes in the prices which are mentioned on our partner portal. We cannot reduce them too much, but we are happy to, we have some room here and there. But I should also mention, we can customize it a little bit. For example, we have 4 care plans. So maybe we can say, hey, why don't you offer 2 care plans, and these 2 care plans you can offer at 18% less than what is mentioned over there. And again, the margins are available over there. So just to give you an idea. So yes, talk to us. We will customize it for you, and we will sort that out for you.
I want to add in here, Gautam, we have this exclusive offer for this attendance until end of March. So usually the standard margin that we have is 40%, with margin 40/60. But with this, for the next two, for until end of March, we have this offer that for the first 2 months, you will get up to 70% of margin. So it will be an extra and bonus of 30%. So it's a really good offer. You can just, it's easy. You just launch pro services. We have a lot of huge catalog in there, and you will increase your margins up to 70% for the first 2 months. So this is important. It's really easy. I share in the chat the link, and of course we will send you an email after this webinar with this recording, and of course with all the details of the offers and of also the services that we offer for you. And you can see it, you can and you will have all the contact details in there, so you can even leave your contact, your information, or just reply and send an email to our sales team, and they will be happy to jump on that call with you. And
Yeah,
maybe
absolutely.
in the next slide, we have something else. Oh no, yep. Is that's the link. This is the one that I share with you, and you have already the email in there. And yeah, the team is really happy to support. And it's not just a matter of services. Also, our team is also to here to guide you and provide the best strategy for you in terms of what fits the best for your business.
Exactly. And just so that everybody knows that I'm going to just share one thing again, which is very important because it's a big. I'm actually launching WP. I'm very very excited today, even though I have a bad cold and I'm powering through. Yes, but I am going to just share again something, and you all need to do this. Just go to WP Maintain ROI calculator. There are three calculators. Okay, one is the care cost calculator. Then we have the support cost savings calculator, and then we have the upsell projections calculator. What we have discussed today, start with this. Go to the bottom, start with the upsell projections calculator. So let's say you have 500 sites hosted, and let's say even 20, 30 enroll in care, you increase your MRR like this, and that's your ARR. If you have 10,000 sites, and let's say, I don't know, maybe 5% or 10%, you will see immediately how much recurring revenue you will activate right away. And we have considered a very minimal 0.25% here of conversion. You can just play around with these numbers and you will see what's the possibility. And we have some amazing case studies. We will show you. We'll gladly show you once you join us on our call. So like, just email us, message us, find me on LinkedIn, whatever suits you, whatever fancy, and we'll go from there. And yes, we can even activate a Slack channel connect for all of you as well. So if for better communication, so let us know. Okay.
Yeah. And
Thank you.
now we have 10 minutes of Q&A section. So I don't know how you want to handle, because I noticed that we have a question already in the chat, but I don't know if you, Gautam, have in the back more questions
This was a good one
there,
actually.
or we
Uh,
can.
we have a
Yeah,
very
in
very
fact.
good one, and it says that how can hosting companies better collaborate with agencies to increase
Yeah.
lifetime value per
Yeah.
customer. Okay, so how can hosting companies better collaborate with agencies? That's a good one actually. Now
Yeah.
agencies, if, especially if they're solo founder agencies, one person, two per agencies, they need help, guys. If you're a host
Yeah.
and you have, let's say, 500 agencies using your services, your servers, VPS, managed WordPress, whatever, I'm telling you, they're struggling with increasing the revenue, chasing clients for payments, getting design approvals, etc. There's already too much headache on them, you know. So if they can find a good partner, and imagine if the host itself is offering them something at such an incredibly low price, you know, they'll be like, why don't I just order my services from the host and just focus on growing my business? And again, like I mentioned, we have a lot of case studies. And just to give you know an example, the world's one of the world's largest company, GoDaddy, has been offering services for almost 15 years. So there are amazing hosting companies out there who are offering pro services. Just to let you know, so don't think that if you're going to be offering if your services that your agency's customer will just shy away or go away. No, you're actually empowering them to grow their businesses. So just keep that in mind,
And
no matter what the size.
yeah, No, and that's a great question because agency are actually, I mean, I've been working, of course, in hosting industry and as a hosting provider worked as well, but also in agencies in industry and website industry and so on. So I think that agencies usually actually are one of the most under leveraged growth channels for hosting providers. And from growth perspective, I think that this collaboration should be in three different ways. One, I think that for instance is bundle a value because that creates stickiness. So if you are creating a website or you're creating or building a website, you need a good hosting as well. So the client is not just paying at the website, it's paying the hosting as well. So they are paying for an ecosystem. Also, the agency creates another ecosystem. They generate SEO, design, content, CRO, performance optimization. So I think that that generate other, let's say, revenue streams that organically or naturally will increase the ARPU without upselling the end customer directly. And one of the things is from my experience as well, sometimes when the relationship between the end customers and an agency, the relation is between the agency and the end customer, decrease a little bit the churn because I have a really executive or account manager or so on. So in here, what I'm saying is this is not just a matter of random referrals. It's a partnership that you need to build with the hosting. Get a good hosting with good pricing and start generating these value-added services with them and start creating a partnership in here. The partnership is key for agencies and hosting providers as well. Okay. Um, I don't know who. Any other question we have in here? Let's
I think
see
people were
Q&A
asking for the link
section.
for WP Maintain. I know it's a very
I
exciting
already,
product because
already I, yeah, I already
yeah, we all
shared the
yes, yes. I need to. There's a lot in WP Maintain. You know, you have to go online. You can. It will. It is just so much more. You'll get Slack alerts. It's one of the cleanest softwares in the industry. It's got API integration. You will be able to expose. You know who to offer WP Care upsells because you will see client issues, etc. Regression testing is there. There's a lot more. You just have to see and believe it. Oh yeah, and you will see uptime monitoring, SSL monitors, SEO, broken link checking. It's just a lot. You'll be able to sell. It's all related to getting more care customers or website customers. Because imagine if you at a click of a button, you know exactly how many websites are not updated, how many WordPress websites themes have not been updated in 6 months or 1 year or 2 years or 5 years, etc. It's just limitless possibilities. Okay. Anyways, that's
and
it from my
just
side.
a final comment. Just a final comment. I know that I talk about a lot of stats and numbers in my part, in my section. It's an interesting report that we ran at end of last year. So part of this webinar after this, the sequence that you will receive after this webinar via email, you will find these hosting reports trends. So I encourage you to go to the link, download the report and get all the information in there because it's not just a matter of WordPress trends. You will find in there hosting trends, BPS, AI tools trends that it will be really helpful for you and all the opportunities that you have Cloud Linux with Seahawk, we can help with that. So yeah, more than welcome to download the report and yeah, ask everything that you need and order and enjoy the offer as well.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
I
Bye,
think
bye,
we are
Lily.
done.
Bye,
Thank
Rick.
you,
Thank you. Bye,
Bye,
bye.
everybody.
everyone. Have a great
Have
day.
a